Open invoice. Just doing it again. Evening Adele, how are you? No, it don't look like it's going to let you in, knife. I ain't getting anything off you, mate. I've invited you. There's just nothing's happening. So, it's a bit of a bummer, that is. Are you up, Archie? How you doing? Right, where to start tonight then? I mean, there's no phone here. I'm sorry about this, guys, by the way. It's one of them things, right? As you can see, in Germany, they're going to start fining parents £2,000 if they fail to have the children vaccinated for measles. Well, you know what I'll be telling them, don't you? They've got no right, it's unlawful. They cannot make you have these injections. So don't have them if you don't want them. Don't feel pressurised to have something that you're not, by law, obliged to have. It's not law, it's your body, it's your kids' bodies. You have the right to say whether you want them to be vaccinated or not. Never mind the scaremongering of £2,000. I don't know about that then, knife. It just says invite friends. I've invited you, but I don't know. There ain't another button to bring you in, mate, other than that one. That's the only button I've got. Maybe you send me a request. You have to keep sending me requests. Knife, just have to keep sending requests. I'll just keep talking, just keep cancelling and sending requests till hopefully we'll get you in. But it's just playing up for some reason tonight. I just don't want us to go live together. But anyway, I'll carry on while we wait for Knife. So, £2,000, guys. Don't do it. Just tell them straight. It's your child. You are the guardian for that child. You are the one who gets fined if they don't get to school. They don't say, oh, well, the kids have got the right to make their own choices when they don't go to school. You soon get fined and threatened with jail. So you're responsible. So don't fall into the trap. Another one here, another one that's really boiling me piece, ladies and gentlemen. This one. I know it's not bound by me, it's in Southport. But it'll happen, it'll come all around the country. Southport Hospital. Going to charge £3 to park for 21 minutes. 21 minutes at a hospital. And it's going to cost you £3. You already pay for all of this stuff with your taxes and everything else. That's what your national insurance number's for and your tax. When you pay your tax, it's all to go towards this. You shouldn't have to be paying to go to the hospital and park at all, anytime, really. But again, they're getting away with it because we've accepted it. They've come along and they've gone, oh, you know what would be a good idea? We'll start charging them to park on the hospital. And everybody just sucked it up and took it. And that's why they're doing what they're doing, guys, all day long. And they're going to do it all day long. You've been sounded out now with this garden tax. Trust me, if nobody kicks up a fuss and nobody says, no, you've got no chance. As long as it's just talked about in the streets, but nothing's actually voiced opinion-wise, they'll bring it in because that's what they do. They throw little nuggets out and see what's gonna catch on and what ain't. And if you don't say nothing, guaranteed garden tax will be brought in just like the council tax was. But you've got to start saying enough's enough. How many more taxes are they going to put on us? I keep saying this and people keep laughing at me, like, ladies and gentlemen, but eventually they'll be charging you so much a week to breathe. They'll be saying, well, if you don't want to be bought in, and you've got to pay X amount to breathe the air, otherwise you're going to be bought in and stuck in the back of a container and you're going to die. Because you won't be able to get nowhere. Because unless you pay for it, you ain't going to breathe. And that's the way this world is going now. And everybody just keeps standing for it and standing for it and standing for it. It's getting on my nerves. But I wanted to bring Nathan on if I could have got him on. Because we wanted to talk to you about what's going on now. Because we have found the solution, ladies and gentlemen. We will be going to London very shortly to sort it out and to do it. And you'll see the difference with the way we do things, because we do it lawfully. And we also do it legally, but mainly lawfully. Because lawful is better than legal all day long. Because the law always tops legal. So we will be going down there and we will be doing it. I'm just reading this one here. Oh yeah. A girl of 4 was hospitalised, ladies and gentlemen, with constipation. And that was because the school decided to remove the toilet rolls from the cubicles. And they made the children guess how much toilet rolls they needed beforehand, and it was leaving her too afraid of running out of loo roll when she used the loo. So she got constipated through it. If that's not abuse of children, I don't know what is. That school now, particular school and other schools, people should be saying, going to them schools now and saying, don't you dare do that to my child. Seriously. Taking the toilet roll off young children. You've got to, miss, I want to go to the toilet. Well, how many sheets do you want? Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous in all your lives? But people ain't doing anything about it. I've said it all along. Every school in this country should have committees, school committees for the parents. And I don't mean just for parent nights. I mean on a weekly basis. So you can get the head pupils and what have you, the head monitors, like when I was a kid, I don't know what they're called now, but to come in and discuss things with the board and with the parents and tell them what the school's doing and what they ain't doing. So it can get put right. Like that they said, well, we ain't got any toilet paper in the toilets. They won't give it to us without making us ask for it. And people that would have been nipped in the bud, wouldn't it? But nobody's doing anything about it, guys. Let's have a look what else it is. When's this from? Oh, that's years old. And who'd have thought this, ladies and gentlemen? Energy bills. Energy bills are going to have to rise to avoid climate change. Crisis. It's climate change crisis. So all your energy bills are going up. Again, This is all being done. This is why they rolled that Greta out for all of this shit, so they can implement all this shit. Keep more and more your bills going up and up and up, and your wages are staying the same. When are people going to wake up and learn? You're just being enslaved all the more. Every week that goes by, you're having more rights taken away from you. You're having more stuff put on you, palmed on you, what you can't afford to do. And everybody's... It's not going to be just our elderly very soon. I'll try, knife. Send me a request on carries then, and I'll bring you in on that. Soon it's not going to be just our elderly that can't afford to eat and heat. It's going to be every single family. Because the poverty, and yet you'd never see them. You go to their houses, you'll be sitting there with coats on and hoodies and hats and scarves because you can't afford the eating on. You go round Jeremy Corbyn's house or Boris Johnson's house, they've got the eating whacked on full blast all the time. They don't suffer. They don't go without. Seriously, guys, you've got to start fighting back, because they're just like putting out. It's like they've got our face on the ground and they're just ramming the shoes in the other side of your cheek on the one that's on the grass or on the dirt, and we ain't doing anything to stop it. Because these ain't going to do anything to stop it, because they want to live in luxury. And like I said, you won't go around any of their houses and they're living like a lot of people in this country, hand to mouth. They can order whatever they want in. They can go out for big lavish meals. The heating's on full blast. You don't get that with working class people, and they're working 40, 50, 60 hours a week and can't even afford to live. We never used to be like this. Never used to be like this, ladies and gentlemen, and I don't know why we've succumbed too easily. I'll try and bring Nathan in on carries now. There's Carrie. Carrie, I ain't even on here, knife. Two bringing. So I can't bring her in. Maybe if you want to put the information out as well, when I've come off, you go live on Carrie Ann's. And I'll see if I can come on there with you if you want. Because it's definitely not going to work on here. I've got no green, nothing green or anything. Pissing me right off. But this is what they do, you see, ladies and gentlemen. The minute you start putting the truth out, they don't like it. Me and Nathan have got the plans. We've sorted everything out. Not just me and Nathan, obviously. There's the rest of the CMW. Because we've got a very good team at the CMW. And it's not just me and Nathan. That's what everybody keeps making the mistake. They think it's just me and Nathan doing it all. It's not. We front it all. But there's a lot of people who work very, very, very hard for the CMW and do lots of things behind the scenes that nobody ever sees. We see it and we can't thank them enough. So it's the whole movement that's pushing for this, not just me and Nathan. But me and Nathan, yes, me and Nathan do a lot because we do defer the books and stuff and look for things. But so does everybody else, and they point us in the right direction. So, the whole CMW, the whole movement is fantastic. And we can't thank you guys enough for what you do for us. Because without you, we wouldn't be able to do it all. We can't be here, there and everywhere. And that's where you guys come in. Because you help us. Like Rick does a fantastic job. AJ is not officially part of us, but he does follow us and he helps us. And There's loads of others that follow us but don't like to be known as that. But they know who they are and they know how valuable they are. They all know. I was hoping to get Clarke on as well, because Clarke, maybe he'll come on tomorrow with me for an update on what's happening in South Africa, because that's getting, there's young kids and that disappearing every day now over there. People being butchered, people being attacked, raped, mugged, houses being stolen, farms, you name it, it's happening. Hey Jamie, how are you, brother? Right, these things, yes, exactly, Nash. There's too much talking. We're talking, we are planning, we are getting it. We will be going down in London very shortly. But in your own areas, you've got all your schools. Like I said, you can get together as people in your areas and go down the school and all voice your opinions instead of leaving it to one or two people. This is what's got to start happening, and they've got to start to see it's not just this person and that person. It's everybody. Everybody's pissed off. And the only way you'll do it and grow is make your voices heard by all going down the school. All the parents go down the school and say, what's all this about the vaccinations? We want to know the truth. We're fed up of listening to the bullshit. The television doesn't tell us anything. The news doesn't tell us anything. We want to know the truth. They can't, because if they don't, they are duty bound and due care of attention to look after every single person's health in that school. And if they are selling you something that's dodgy, i.e. vaccinations, and they don't tell you the truth, it's malfeasance in public office, ladies and gentlemen. That's what it is. Because they know different to you now, and yet still letting you take your kids there to be vaccinated, knowing that's dangerous. That's malfeasance in public office. Any day of the week. And that's what you should be going down and accusing them of. And telling them, you're going to get all the information and you're going to go and do them. Not the school, them. Personally. That's what you've got to start doing with these people. Because what they're doing, they think they've got the protection of the schools or whatever organisations is behind them. No. You've got to start suing the individual. Take the individual to court. Because you can't technically take the school to court because it's a corporation. You can't take an entity to court. But you can take a living person who's representing that entity, i.e. a headmaster, to court. And that's what we've got to start doing. That's the only way the tide's going to turn. The tide's not going to turn with everybody just sitting on the bums and not doing anything. When these things are happening. Anything else? But like I said, South Africa is very bad at the moment. But all that is going to come here if we're not careful. Because all these migrants, immigrants, whatever you want to call them, they're fetching in from Africa. That's what they're used to doing. And they'll come, once they get here and they've got sufficient numbers, that will start here. And our government know it. That's why it's being done. But people won't listen and people won't take no notice till your door gets kicked in. Till they come and knock your door. We've come for your child. It's 16 now. It's coming into the army. Here's all the paperwork for it. You've got no say. So, come on, Johnny, or come on, Louise, whoever it is. You're coming with us. And you ain't going to be able to do jack. Because you've sat down and let them put all this stuff into place. So you haven't got to say. At the moment, you've still got to say. Because it's not being done. It's been in the process of being done. So now is the time to talk and get it sorted. Not wait until you get the knock on the door and they've come for your child. who's just left school and now they're conscripted in the army, and then in 2 years' time when they've done the national service they'll be shipped straight off to Afghanistan, Iraq or wherever it is. Too late then, guys. Then you'll be crying and wishing we'd have listened, or wishing we'd have done something. Well, we're telling you now, it's very real. Don't wait for it to have the knock on the door. Get together, get your petitions out and everything, get down Parliament and get it sorted. We're going to show you the way. Trust us. Me and Nathan have got all the paperwork sorted. It will be banded in, just waiting for a bit more information, and then we'll be down there live, and we will video it all live for you guys, so you'll see us do it all. Then, once we've done that, it really well and truly is down to you, the people, because we cannot do no more. We can only go down there, put it all in and show you everything that we're saying works, because it won't be argued with. Then it's down to you guys to implement it. We'll put all in place ready, but we can't do that everything else on our own. We're going to need the backing of the people. And that's where you guys all come in. But you'll all see very, very soon. And if people, like Jenny said, they won't stand up, people don't stand up then you've only got yourselves to blame. Because you can't blame us, because we'll have been to London, we'll have showed you again. Yeah, bump, 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 bump. There you go, all done. Now it's down to you guys. And if you don't do anything then you can't blame us or any other patriot who's out there putting their neck on the lines and doing stuff when you won't back them. But I'll guarantee you one thing, this is not going away. The tyranny and the corruption is not going away. It's never, ever going to go away. It's only ever, ever going to get worse. It's not going to get better. It's only going to get worse. It can only get worse. Because these people, the more they're getting away with, the more confident they are if they can do absolutely anything. And the more they get cocky like that, the more they will do, time and time again, day after day. They'll take something else off you. They'll put another bill in or another act in over the top of what's going on. They'll put more surcharges on this, on that, and the other. Because we ain't doing anything. We're just sitting up the corner caring. Oh, okay, then all our bills are going up. Okay. Instead of saying, well, hang on, what are they going up for? Well, when's my wages going to go up to cover these bills? Because, you know, it's inflation and everything else. You don't get there anymore. Because to them, there's no such thing as inflation anymore. There's us and them. There's the slaves, us, and the elites, them, your bosses, your gaffers. Well, they ain't your gaffers. If you look and do your research, they're not supposed to do anything other than have your best interests at heart. Fight for you in every aspect of your life. Make sure you don't get overcharged for this. Make sure this doesn't happen to you. Make sure you're not homeless. That's what these people are supposed to be there for. Do they give a toss? Do they heck? Because them are all right, Jack. They're living in a nice warm home with probably a fence all the way around it, electric gates, so nobody can get at them. They're living a life of luxury. They're living like kings, and we are all living like paupers. But only one set of people can put this right, and it's never going to be the politicians. Only the people, by voicing their opinions properly in the streets, peacefully, etc., but voicing their opinions to tell these people, listen, we have had enough. That's the only way. If you don't do it, you'll reap what you sow, basically. So if you don't rise up, it's your own faults. We will be there. We will be right there at the front with all of you. But we can't do it alone. They ain't going to listen to 5 or 10 or a couple hundred people. You've got to have millions for them to listen. But if you don't want to save your kids, if you don't want to get there and do it for your kids, I'm talking about the masses now, not the people who are already awake like you guys on here. I'm on about people who probably see this for the first time. If you don't want to go and help do it for your kids, well, suffer the consequences, because you're going to. Because there are going to be consequences. They're in it for the long haul. They are going to keep pushing on till they get their new world order. And there's only the people that can stop them. Look what China's doing now. Look what's happening in Hong Kong. A lot of people won't even have heard of it. Not Hong Kong, but what's happening there. Because in television, that thing in the box that's supposed to be mainstream media, don't tell you how people are fighting back, how it's kicking off all over Europe, all over the continent, all over Asia. They're not telling you these things, because if they did, people would rise up. It's down to us, guys. We've got to spread the message. We've got to get the message out and get people to rise up, because the mainstream media is never going to do it. And I've told you what people should be doing with that. And nobody's listening. When the 6 o'clock news comes on, the 10 o'clock news comes on, switch it off. So they've got no viewers. They'll soon get pissed off for sitting there reading the news to nobody. But no, nobody won't. Everybody will still keep listening to it. Well, they might just... They're never going to tell the truth. If you think they're going to start turning around and telling the truth, you're more gullible than I thought. Because they're never going to tell you the truth. The only way to deal with them is the on and off switch. Because that's the only way they understand. When they realise they're getting no viewers anywhere, BBC, Sky, ITV, Channel 4, Channel 5, when they're looking at the viewing figures and it's 0, 0, 0, then maybe they will listen to the people. But as long as you fools keep tuning into it, they ain't never going to stop indoctrinating you, telling you bullshit. We really have got to wake up, guys. Yeah, it's like it says now, well, I've got 65 on mine, then somebody else has got 51, somebody else has got 42. This is what Facebook do. But usually with Facebook, you can double or treble whatever it is when you become popular. Like Tommy, when it says Tommy's got 10,000 watching, Tommy's probably got 40 or 50,000 watching, because that's what Facebook do to you. So when you've got 1,000 viewers, you've probably got 4,000 or 5,000 viewers, because Facebook, that's what they're there for. They're trying to put you off. If they tell you you've done a live feed and you've had 5,000 views, you do another live feed, you've had 10,000 views, you're going to think, oh, I'm doing really well. But if you keep doing live feeds and it keeps giving 1,000 views, 1,000 views, 1,000 views, they're hoping you're going to go, well, I ain't reaching anybody. No point. But don't ever do that, guys. If you're doing live feeds, even if you're only getting 500 views, you are probably getting 5 or 10 times that views. Because that Facebook won't do it. Don't get disheartened. So that's what they want you to do. They want you to think, well, I only had 40 people watching me. You probably had more like 200 people watching you. But they won't put that out because they don't want to encourage you. They want to decourage you from getting the message out. They want you to think people ain't seeing what you're doing. But you're probably reaching farther than what you think. So all you guys that are doing live feeds, don't get disheartened. Don't get discouraged, because you are getting the message out there. Just take no notice of them. Just keep banging the videos out, because it's getting out. And they don't like it. That's why it's all happening. But next week we'll be back with Mr. Lang as well, because he's not very well at the moment. He's had some treatment on Thursday, so he's not very well. So he's not doing restoration tonight. But we will be back next week. Yeah, that's right, Claire. Killing of the children. Goyam. Well, that's what we are. Goyam. Go and look what Goyam means. And you'll see, it's not just the Muslims that think you are shit on the shoe. And what's the word I'm looking for? Unworthy. You are not worthy. It's not just them. Go and look at what it means, Goyam. But anyway, it's the whole world's like it. But only us, the people, can put this right. You won't wake up. People never wake up till it's too late. So, please, guys, just keep spreading the word. Tell them to get down the schools about the vaccinations. Don't just take it. Don't just take it off them. Go down there, get your spokespeople together and go and tell the school to do one. You're not doing it. Oh, God. It's unbelievable, guys. I get despair sometimes because it just feels like we feel like we're banging our heads on the wall, but we can't carry on the way we are. We've got to start fighting back. But like I said, I've got nobody else I can bring in now. I can't bring in that one knife. I can't even see carry-ons on here. No, can't even see carry-on on there, mate, to bring it in on that one. But anyway, guys, I won't stay on long tonight because, like I said, I was supposed to be on with Nathan. That's the only reason I was coming on, to go on with Nathan and also with Craig. That's the only reason I was going to come on. But, you know, it's not about believing in me, Ramsey. It's believing in all of yourselves. Yourselves. Have self-belief. Believe in yourselves, guys, because you're stronger and you're more powerful than you will ever realise. You are all sovereign. You have got the power to remove these scumbags from the Parliament. All it takes... I did my door. Yeah. Nathan did it. Nathan went to the school. Told them straight, daughter's not having the injection. Believe it who and ahhing, but they've had to concede. Because they've got no choice. Because they know lawfully Nathan is right. And this is all you've got to do, guys. Just stand your ground. Start standing up to them. Tell them. Your action statutes don't mean anything to me. We're sovereign. We stand under the Constitution and common law. That's what we've got to get back in this country. And then, once you get back to that, knock this EU off, get out of Europe, get everybody back into control, get rid of the corrupt politicians, we can start going somewhere as a country, as a people, and as a culture again. Because at the moment, we're dying. A slow, painful death as a nation. And it's like we've just all resigned to the fact. There's nothing we can do. There's everything you can do. Everything you can do, ladies and gentlemen. So, I'm going to leave it there because, like I said, I only come on really for 10 minutes. But just start being more upbeat, guys. Stop getting so depressed. Start believing in yourself. Start believing in your nation, your brothers, your sisters. And I don't mean your brothers, I mean your fellow country people. Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, England. Start pulling together. Start uniting as a nation. Start believing in yourselves, in each other. Start believing in your constitution. Start believing in your common law. And we 100% will win. And we will show you the way. So I'll leave it there, guys. Here's my hand, here's my heart. I love every single one of you. Stay safe. Have a great weekend. If Craig gets in touch with me to say he wants to go live tomorrow or whatever, I will come back on and I will be live with Craig. Or if I can sort it with Nath to get on some other way, then we'll come on. But other than that, it's just Facebook doing the usual. But stay safe, guys, and have a great weekend, and I'll speak to you all soon. And remember, people power. It will get this country back. And the Constitution is your solution. Believe in it, use it, or lose it. Get your country back or end up as slaves. Two choices. I'll see you all soon, guys.